on to the divisional round now, 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Lions going up against the 49ers. With that, let's get out west to Santa Clara, where we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are down the peninsula from San Francisco as you get a look inside modern Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And here's the headshots for the offense, and Carlos Hyde, a talented back.
Has taken over as the lead runner. A terrific talent. Can batter you inside, but has more speed than what you expect to take it the distance.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
And to give this time to the tailback. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And now the Lions defensive starters.
Jason Pierre-Paul, so good to see him back on the field, resuming his place as one of the elite pass rushers in the league.
Check three. Come on, let's go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got coverage. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Back to throw here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
Fucking no.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd down following the run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he stays up. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on first down. They try and throw it, take a sack on second down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on third down?
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. He'll look to throw. Smith
Lord have mercy, you gotta be kidding me.
Take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Good play.
Their dangerous wide receiver. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers drive right down
That
the
won't
field
happen
and
again.
score on the opening drive.
Great drive, though.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Obviously, so much on the line here. Everything on the line this season. So important to get off to a hot start. That run certainly helps.
Definitely provided it. Nothing different than what they've seen all year long. They want to continue to ride that momentum.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. And on this offensive unit, one guy that's proven himself early in the NFL is Eric Ebron.
A very reliable target for a quarterback. They always love tight ends because they're right in their sight lines. If you get it to this guy, though, he can take it the distance.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
No, check. Hurry up.
Wentz to throw on second down. That's complete. It's Gordon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket. And not escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Aaron Lynch in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. On second down, here's Wentz. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And he
Damn.
can't find anywhere to go with it.
Oh,
And it
you
goes
gotta
down.
be kidding
Now we
me.
have Wentz here, still down on the ground. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And Frank's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard
You
line.
gotta be kidding me.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. It'll be second quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
Let's go! We got three, fellas. We got three. Flex round.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got coverage. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Oh,
not much there.
Hey.
Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he gets it down to 32. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go.
They go play action here on nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
Let's go. What? 90. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a fumble.
Got him.
The ball's out. And a
Got him, coach.
turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal.
Ooh, good
but they'll
pass.
take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Oh, fucker.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton.
Damn, D-Hop.
Complete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Time to step aside. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out,
Oh
don't
my
they?
God, bro.
Wants to swarm the football. You know the rule is first guy.
Oh my God, bro.
Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Here we go. Ohio.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Tight end to the left, tight end left. Let's go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He'll drop to throw. Smith catches left side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, Marvin Lewis sends on the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry. So we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One of the selling points of the end route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
2nd down, Dalton. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense, can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. He'll buy some time right. And that one got tipped.
Damn.
Threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Dalton on 3rd and goal. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Frank's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's go, get up, get up!
By the Lions. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Let's go!
Now a handoff as they run left side.
Ooh, thank you, Von Bell.
At the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them in contract time.
15 yards for
Oh, man.
and
Oh,
now
my
they're in the
God.
hurry up.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some momentum.
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well
We
executed.
finna get you, nigga.
Man,
I
that was
swear we
close.
is.
The opportunity.
Oh, I swear we finna get you, dog. You about to fuck up.
Right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Oh my God, they
Up
keep
there,
holding
gets
me.
about 6 up to midfield.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set.
Right
And that
fucking
3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. Here we go.
They'll run it now, out of the gun.
No!
Face
Bro,
mask
come
penalty.
on, bro.
You're a defender. You know
Come
sometimes
on,
in the
man.
heat of the
God
moment, it's hard to
damn.
keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
This complete over the middle, Burbridge. It goes as a pickup of 23. And the 49ers are going to get a first.
They just giving this nigga shit, man.
Finding balance on
Oh, they
offense.
ain't fucking with me,
Need much more
man.
balance than this.
They ain't
Big time
fucking with
run,
me.
big time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of approach.
Oh,
though.
no. No wonder. No fucking wonder. I knew something was wrong. No wonder. I'm over here like, why these niggas getting done in like this?
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up
Oh, it's
second.
about to get real now, nigga. Oh, you in trouble, nigga.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Let's go.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Let's go. O'Brien. Check. Fresno. Here we go. Switch.
They'll set up a throw. His throw caught right around the 6. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and
Oh
just
my
follow
God, bro,
the
they
shot,
just
which
hoeing,
saves him
bro.
time and actually
Why did they let me hit the gap, bro?
than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and
Oh,
find
this
open
game
space to
full of
throw.
shit.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Alert. Come on, let's go. What?
They'll let the fullback try and take him home.
They weak for that.
They'll take this.
They weak for that
in
whole
the
drive.
zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Carlos Hyde taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
They weak for that whole drive, man.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
He's got time. Going for the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Back now here in Santa Clara. shift together here from the D-line.
Hey, boys, we got four down. Set, 380. Set.
Here's Dalton. Flushed out right. And he couldn't get rid of the football. Try to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Zebra. Zebra. Check 43. Set. 380. Ace. He's checking. Zebra. Zebra. Switch. Dagger. Check. Zebra.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Oh my God. They're playing a whack-ass zone. Why?
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Zebra. Kill. Turn up.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And Frank's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they got their field goal, gets them back in the score. Now for the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd down and 4. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Smith catches left side. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
3 down. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown,
oh my God,
San
bro.
Francisco.
I can't believe I
Their
lost
dangerous
this
wide
game.
receiver. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Man.
And he's able to put it through.
Come on, nigga, put it down there, nigga. Shit.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his target, it's Cobb. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And quickly, they get to the line. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Another chance for Dalton. Flush to his right. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Good job, D. Good job.
Fresh set of downs here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Dagger! Zebra!
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton.
Oh, my
The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Dalton escaping the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Eric Ebron, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. Oh, did the Lions get it? Yes, they recover. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Destroy!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line.
Oh, man, I just gave this game away.
No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he went, nope. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play is... And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back.
56. Lucky 56. He's coming. Double up. All right, here we go. 319.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for...
Now, hang on here. Timeout called. Timeout
I don't
called
know why
by the
I
defense.
did that dumb shit.
That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So on
And then
4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
Bro, what the
And
fuck?
he gets this up across the 35.